So, uh, inside this matchup, do you know what your plan is? Do you have a plan in the beginning versus him?
Um, I've played the matchup quite a few times, like both champions. And typically I usually do really well early game as Syndra, but like I feel like the Victor kind of outscales as soon as he has his E upgrade and shit for for like pushing the waves. Don't know
Uh,
if that's true for like most
yeah.
cases, but I feel like that's usually how it goes for me.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
Victor definitely scales super hard. I mean, Syndra is extreme, like one of the best mid laners too, though, right? Because
yeah,
her
for sure.
abilities become stronger with her passive. Her damage
Yeah,
never falls off. She has crazy dueling, but she also has crazy team fighting. So,
yeah,
um, so you're definitely gonna have the advantage. I would say early levels. Another advantage that you have over him is definitely that you can start fights easier, right? Because you have a stun, and like if he's gonna fight you, he basically just has to run at you,
yeah,
right? Also, they have a Fiddlesticks, and I feel that you're not gonna get ganked until he's 6, or it will be very difficult to gank you. So it's good to think about like, oh, will their jungler, have
yeah,
any
yeah.
pressure?
No, I haven't really faced a Fiddlestick since like season 4. I think this was like right after his rework. I think.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, so it was like a very long time since I faced one. But this
Well,
guy
he's
was like,
he's very similar. So,
yeah,
but yeah, if you didn't look into it,
this Victor is like really passive throughout the whole lane. I feel like at least.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe he
Well,
should
I
be.
mean, I like that you're zoning him with the. I know that you auto attack. Did you have a reason for auto attacking these creeps?
Um, I guess I kind of just wanted to stack my wave um, for like a potential reset or to like set up a freeze when it bounces back. If I, because I know that I'll be able to push him in.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, if you don't want to hit the creeps at all, you don't have to. I mean, the wave will push towards him probably regardless, just because you probably can't hit the wave more often than he can. Or
yeah,
what I like doing is I know that you're spreading out your auto attacks across all the minions, getting them all low at the same time. I also enjoy doing just one at a time, like just hit one like twice, and then when that
yeah,
creep gets low, I'll be able to kill it rather than having to maybe use your Q on the entire wave. I don't know if that's what you're gonna do, but I noticed that you're getting them all low at the same time, which could make it
yeah,
difficult to CS, right? Because now they're all just dying at the same rate.
yeah,
Um, I like the
yeah, sure.
positioning that you're like stepping up towards him. I think that there might have been an opportunity to go for him like when he goes up like this. Like super small windows rather than auto attacking the wave, and like I probably would play even more aggressive. And versus the Syndra versus Victor matchup, I can imagine sometimes if you want to play more aggressive versus Victor, he's playing like pretty passive. And most Victors will, because I mean they're not gonna really win laning phase. They're not supposed to. You could
Yeah,
also go Corrupting Potion and just literally fucking like go super fucking hard the entire early
yeah.
game. Like just walk up towards him, Q auto attack, auto attack. You're gonna probably win the trade. Some Victors start E. I don't know what this guy started, obviously. So
Oh yeah, yeah. He has Q. I think I like int some of these early trades.
yeah, as you can see,
Because I miss
like
my
they all
Qs.
got super low, right?
Yeah,
You didn't even get all three, right? So, and like that's because of your early auto attacks. If you got one low at a time, then you can continue auto attacking them. Then you don't even have to use your Q, because this guy is paying attention to your abilities because he's not a weak player as well, right? So as soon as you press Q like this, that means that he is now allowed to step up because there's no risk, right?
yeah,
And that's so small, but it's so important. Where right now you could trade versus him, right? Oh, and then you walked into him when your
yeah,
ability's still down here,
yeah. I should. Yeah,
like
at least
right?
should have probably walked after him when it came
Like,
back up.
there's no creep slow, right? There's nothing going on, and you just walked
Yeah,
up for an auto attack. You know that he has ability, right?
yeah,
Let's say that he didn't even have Q. He still had E. It'd still be a poor trade, right? Because he
sure.
has an ability and you don't. So there's no reason to step up.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's stepping up for you when you're going for the creep.
You think I should be further back when I
I think you need to
hit my
hit
Q? I guess.
him at
Yeah,
like the same time and just not miss it, and hit him two
yeah,
times because you have electrocute, he doesn't, and just take the handshake trade where like, all right, I mean he's already in my range, he's gonna hit me with his abilities, but I think it's worse. I mean, he should have also auto attacked there. I think it would be better if you just auto attack twice, use electrocute proc. It would be somewhat even trade. And also, I think that his HP being a little bit healthier than yours, but over time during this lane, I think you should be able to get a small lead versus him eventually as you start getting levels. Because as I said, your champion, right, is a lot easier. It's kind of like playing versus an Annie with stun versus you playing like a Vel'Koz. One champion has the initiative and one champion doesn't, and like you have that advantage. So
Yeah.
taking early handshake trades is good. Really nice there. He really messed up. You took an advantage over it. Getting level 2 first, and then backing off afterwards. There might be a fight in the jungle.
Yeah, I think I'll look for it in a sec. I don't think anything happens though.
Um,
This felt kind of scuffed. Like I'm not sure what I should do there. Should I walk to my Shaco when their top lane is already there? Like,
I mean, you definitely can be hitting this guy, right? This guy right here. Like, your abilities are up right now, right?
yeah,
Like, you got the auto attack, and like, I guess you could do that because you never know if he's gonna like he's baiting out your abilities, and then he's gonna sidestep it. But as soon as he like steps back into you to trade, you have all of your abilities up, and you can just hit him here. I know that the creeps are gonna hit you at the same time, but it's fine, right? You have electrocute up as well. You're gonna bring him down to like actually half HP, right? And when he uses his combo on you, it's probably gonna only bring you down to here. So it would be a favorable trade for you.
true. Yeah, I should be a bit more alert there actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think did you think your Q was down here? Maybe.
Perhaps. Yeah. I might have not looked at it for a sec.
Yeah, because I definitely think this guy should be traded against. Like, yeah, your Shaco's probably fucked, and I doubt that you could probably help him unless you moved basically now. If you
Yeah.
moved, maybe. But I mean, it's his weird call. Um, but yeah, I think the biggest thing that you could have done is get this guy. Oh,
I think
and
I
the
just whiffed
stun
my
barely
stun.
missed too. Dang. Yeah, I can't really say anything about that.
Yeah, I think the
Oh,
Victory
he
could have just killed him
survives.
though.
All right.
Yeah, I think he messed up there.
You just key on because you're uncomfortable with thinking that you're gonna miss it. The cannon.
Um. Oh, I didn't see what happened.
Oh, you used the key on the cannon.
Oh.
I don't know if you're gonna. I think the
Oh
auto
yeah,
attack.
probably. Yeah, I just get triggered when I lose cannons.
Yeah, of course. Okay. I like this the like heavy aggression, especially you see fiddlesticks. You know that the wave is crashing. This guy sucks at CSing under tower because it's a Victor, so it's not the easiest.
Yeah, and now the fiddle still. I think the fiddle like kind of runs it here. Or
Yeah. I also like
but
the you actually positioned yourself up towards the thing that you want to get to next quickly. A lot of people don't do that.
yeah, I barely missed a stun again, which is like unlucky, I guess. But
Uh I wonder if it was angled correctly.
yeah, it actually looks like it's a bit off actually.
Yeah, it just seems so far away, but I might have been able to barely tap him.
Yeah,
You are Syndra, so if this does like a fight, you could always just W the scuttle away.
true. Uh, I do get an advantage here because the fiddle. I don't know what he's doing, but
Yeah, that was pretty fucking random. Yeah, I mean, good job killing him. I don't know what he's doing here.
yeah, I have my own like take on why I lost this game, like eventually. But I'm just like eager to see what you think because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really
of course.
tunnel vision super hard later in this
Yeah.
game.
Okay, so any reason I just want to know, like, you're like kind of unhealthy on unhealthy mana. Like you're staying because I'm not saying it's wrong. I just want to know.
Oh, no, I just wanted to get gold for Lost Chapter. I think
Yeah.
here.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably do the same.
I'm a Shaco wants to gank, but I like spend like 5 seconds paying my mana. It's like so fucking difficult to click it.
Yeah, also he's pretty healthy. So
Yeah.
oh, the cannon miss. Oh no. So it's just gonna be the next wave.
Yeah.
Oh. Should probably not get you started backing? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what I was doing there.
Yeah. Kind of random movement. So now like you could have been on the wave earlier, which would have given you a little bit more of an advantage. Okay, so like also you can use your ability on the wave like now. Like you can W this minion. Like you missed it for no reason as well.
Yeah.
And so you could just expend your whole entire mana because you're going to reset, right? So just spend everything right now. Like just start hitting the wave with your Q. There's no reason to hold on to your abilities, right? You want to reset ASAP. So Q the wave right now. Like way earlier. There's no reason to wait for them to die because wouldn't everything be dead by now, right?
Yeah.
There's no reason to hold on to it. And the reason, like, okay, so sometimes the reason, like, let's say there's an enemy Lee Sin on the enemy team and, like, you have no idea where he is and he's, like, somewhat strong and you're kind of low mana, right? So if he ganked you, it'd suck. But in this game, you're versus a Fiddlestick, so it's completely fine. And this guy's super Like, if this guy was level 6, let's say this is around level 7 and you need to reset the wave and you're, like, gonna put yourself in danger, then it's not good. But in this case, for sure, you should just expend everything so you can push faster by like 2 seconds and then get a quicker reset so you don't have to maybe use your TP, or you can get back in the lane without missing like however many creeps, because I don't know how many creeps you're going to miss by resetting here, but we can see, because maybe you're going to miss like one less or something. Like I didn't get to see like how low the creeps here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you would have missed maybe none of them if you just, you know, used all of your abilities immediately on the wave. Right. Now it's control mage versus control mage, so you're just gonna spam your abilities on the wave. Did you press tab here to see what item he has? Okay, so he has double Doran, so he is so weak, like, right? So you're always gonna be able to get first push. You're getting down vision control, super solid. You check the dragon too, just to see if Fiddlesticks was doing it.
Yeah, I don't even know if he can do it, but
yeah, of course. No, it's fine. I don't know either, to be honest. You're gonna reach level 6 on this wave. If you're gonna play aggressive versus him, you have to position balls pretty aggressively and then just look for the stuns on the ground. Okay, so was that trying to hit him or were you just trying to wave clear?
No, I was trying to hit him, but he kind of...
So like, also don't go for QEs. In my opinion, I would say that normally that's not gonna work unless the Q is on top of him. Let's say this does land, this E lands. You're gonna hit him with the W and an auto attack, and it's literally gonna deal very little damage because you're leveling up your Q first.
Yeah.
So it's not really gonna do that much, so it's not even worth the effort. Just put a ball down, like just CS this, and then just hold on to your stun, and what you do is you walk around your stun back and forth over and over again. I do that a lot when I play Syndra. Whenever I play versus professional player Syndras, that's what they do. Like, you see he's up here, so then I have a ball right here, so I'd actually path down. Also, we saw Fiddlesticks top side, so I think this shouldn't be risky. We see Nautilus's bot too. Unfortunately, like, this thing is here, but we can see him barely. So I would literally walk down to basically have this little tiny, like, thing before, like, angle before me, like, force him to walk up, right? Because if he keeps on walking like around here, eventually I'll find an angle. So he's going to try to also position himself so he can't get stunned. And sometimes they will get fucked for it, right? Because if you actually go down, like it first is like this, and then it's like this, and then it's like this. And sometimes they'll even run up just to make it so they don't get stunned by this.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have looked for a stun there. I didn't even notice my Senna coming.
Yeah, as soon as your stun is coming back up, like right here, you could probably look like right here. As soon as he steps back for that single moment, I think you have a short window where you can actually walk up here. Also, you can just walk up, grab this ball, and then just WE I think using the W to reposition for stuns is like also another super important thing for Syndra because you want to land the Q, not the W. The W is not important, right? It doesn't do it. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so like this is a perfect moment to understand the W thing, right? Okay, so like if you put W on the or Q right now on the ground because it looks like they're committing for this, you Q on the ground, press W, and then keep on running, and then you do the WE. It's just as fast. There's like because you can still move while using W, you can still move while using Q, so it's not gonna hinder anything. And then if the stun lands with your W, you have your Q available. Because what's gonna happen here is that when you use your Q and you hit it, now you have your W, which is like fine, but honestly, it doesn't really deal that much damage.
True.
So that would have like the Q would have chunked her for what, like maybe 200-ish, maybe level 3 compared to the 94.
Yeah.
Nice escape. Yeah, 1 for 1. Oh, what the? Huh.
Yeah, I was just confusing.
Yeah, you have TP to get back mid. Your wave
Yeah,
is
I think
kind
I
of garbage.
think my buy here is kind of bad. Or what do you think about like I got boots, Dark Seal, I'm pretty sure.
It's fine. Why didn't
Okay,
you buy
it's
any
okay.
pinks?
I will, I think.
Oh, okay.
Probably could have gotten another one.
Yeah, it's as long as you get one, it's fine. Go back mid. Okay, so there's definitely something happening bot, so path bot. Okay, you guys should definitely... I'm pretty sure you guys can do dragon here. Alright, you pinged it. Pushing so you can definitely join the dragon. It's good. Trendmere 1 top. Hmm.
Yeah, I think this dragon like turns out to be like I think this is one of the mistakes I make way too often. Like at the dragon fight, which is about to ensue.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you just expend all of your abilities on the wave to... I was like a little bit worried about this. Normally when dragons happen, it's good to just like... You can even use your stun on the wave, just anything to like try to force the enemy to not be able to contest. Or sometimes people will even like... You have your balls on the ground. You're also like kind of strong. So... You could look for stuns here, by the way, these 2 balls. If you just step up towards, like, if you rather click here, I don't think this guy can juke it as well, right?
Yeah, there's even 2 of them there. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so that's a time where you could have probably pressured him. And your Q is also, like, these are the small angles that you should look for on Syndra. Not the QEs. Like, I know they've been trying to look for those stuns, but honestly, the biggest advantages for Syndra is when the balls are already on the ground, so you can use your Q right after. But if you push a little bit faster, you might have been able to rotate to the dragon, because that's what I'm wondering. Your pathing is like going the like safe way, so that's what I'm worried about. If
Yeah, I think I
this
get
is
really
another
triggered
moment where
after
you
this.
should be holding on to a W, in my opinion, with them walking in. I would be holding on to a W here, and then as he walks in, I'd throw down the W on the people, and then I would have the Q ready after.
I think I just missed my stun and then we die.
Yeah, I mean, the Fiddlesticks was 6, so this looks like a lost fight.
Yeah, I should have just ran out. This is something I catch myself doing too often, though.
Yeah, going for lost fight. Yeah, the fight was
Yeah,
like basically lost. Okay, so I mean, if you look at everything, like Shaco's almost dead. He's dead. So now it's a 2v what 4? Or two, no, 2v3 because Phil 6 dead. And then like you don't have enough burst damage to kill anybody here, so like there's no reason to step up. You have time to back up, right?
Yeah.
The only way that you can kill anybody here is just killing the Kaisa, but you can't run through them because you have no flash. But I'm also thinking about how you could prevent this, and this is something that you should do when looking over your own VODs. Like, was there a way that I could have actually joined this fight earlier? Was there a way that if you just literally just engaged on this guy with those 2 orbs on the ground, maybe was your team actually able to just steal the dragon when Fiddlesticks ultied in? Because maybe Victor was the problem with, like, he zoned you and he also killed the Shaco and the Senna, right? So those are good things to be thinking about inside of your future games if you do self-VOD review.
Yeah, I do watch them sometimes.
Yeah. TP to catch a big wave. You're freezing? Oh.
Yeah, I was going for it, but I couldn't stop his recall, so I'm pretty sure I just...
No, you should probably just break it. I mean, also you don't even have ulti, so...
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't really do anything. He'd probably just outpush, and then there's no way that you can trade versus him, right? Phil is top, your ulti's in 20. So, right here, when your lane goes missing, I think you need to spam ping that he's rotating more.
Yeah.
As soon as he goes missing. So right here, like spam ping question marks, danger, anything to make your bot lane back up.
Yeah.
Because
it's pretty obvious when you see it now.
Yeah, but they might not be looking at the map, and I mean, for sure you're looking, right? There's no way that you're not looking at the map at this moment, right? So you have plenty of time to do it, because at this moment, boom. You're definitely looking at the map because nothing is happening for you, right?
Yeah, I think I just do like an anonymous ping on the
maybe they're
Nautilus
fighting,
when he,
but
shows.
Yeah, you're not fighting, right? So pressing the careful ping and spam pinging them so they back off is huge.
Yeah, true.
This is a team game after all, and people won't listen to just a one single ping. Fiddlesticks was top and uses ulti. Alright, yep, you landed it. Nice.
And here, I probably should just use my R, but I thought I would need either one more auto or one more Q to kill him.
Yeah, I think it wouldn't. It would be super fucking close if you were able to time it with the shield, but his shield actually lasts a year, so probably not.
Yeah.
But that's the first stun so far. I think that this could have been done earlier just based on your positioning. So another thing that you should maybe try doing is playing more aggressive when playing Syndra for those types of stuns, because I feel like there were moments like really early during the laning phase, but unfortunately like with how you're positioning and stuff, like I can't see all the angles, but when these balls are on the ground and you can step up and look for them, I think that you can do that more often. Yeah. You're kind of chunked. You still have your ulti though.
I don't know why I queued again there when I was going to use my stun anyways, actually.
Yeah, that's...
I'm honestly probably just in a habit of pressing QE.
I mean, I wouldn't even focus on the wave anymore at this moment. When people are this low and stepping up, like, So if you press, I think this is how it works. I think this is what I do. I just press W like over here, and it will pick up the ball if it's in range. As soon as he walked up like this, I'm pretty sure I would have just immediately picked up the ball, and then started running towards him. And then rather than using a stationary ball, as I said with the W, if the stun lands with W, he's dead, right? For sure.
Yeah.
Because the Q will land. Rather than looking for the stationary one. So I think that you needed to pick up the ball there. I don't really know any advice of like how to pick up the ball or how to see this window besides like maybe you were focused on, still getting the CS when somebody's so low in front of you. Or you just need to get into a habit of using your W more often to reposition your balls that are on the ground.
Yeah.
Because as I said, this is such an important concept, and honestly, I have not really seen it from you so far. Using the W-E trick. So you have the Q afterwards.
I think I'm also kind of scared of Fiddle at this point, of his R.
Yeah, I mean, but you did go for the stun, so clearly not here
True.
though, right? And this is when the... Now you are, yeah, I can see that, but beforehand when you use your stun, you definitely were not scared, and I think there was an opportunity to either get a flash out of him or a kill, or a better window than what you did, at least.
Yeah.
If you threw down W and E and it missed, that's completely fine. At least you would be attempting a better opportunity. So you were necked in. Well, your top lane is crushing.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so far it's just farming back and forth. It's difficult to do anything top lane because there is no vision. You're level 11 now, which is a fucking humongous power spike for Syndra, so you're still able to kill this guy if you ever land a stun on him. Your wave clearing is fine. I don't think you should be using your stun on the wave, personally. Did you do that because he showed somewhere?
I'm pretty sure I just wanted to just insta shove it and go Ludens, but I don't even know if I end up recalling he.
Oh, you do? Okay, yeah, then it's fine
I
using
thought
your
I had
abilities on the
TP there
wave.
as well. I think I almost baited my Senna because I thought I had TP.
Oh, really?
Or sick. Yeah. I think she lived though, but she like walked up.
Okay. Victor showed. You're just gonna, yeah. Not be able to grab anything. Damn.
Fiddle's R does so much damage. Like this guy was like, he only had jungle item. Like so surprised by
Well,
his
that wasn't
damage.
just his R. He landed his E on you too, and
Oh yeah, actually.
his W too. I mean, he landed full combo on you, so nice flash away. At least you didn't die. I mean, there was no way to
Yeah.
really prevent that, in my opinion.
It's bound to happen, I guess.
I'd probably buy stopwatch here, by the way, because it's just an item that can change the tide of a team fight at this moment, right? The Amp Tome isn't really going to do much for you.
True.
Compared to stopwatch. And then I would just sit on the stopwatch, no matter what. Okay, this Nautilus is trolling. Alright. Yeah. Let's kill him. Are you fucked? No, nice. Your team was able to save you.
Yeah, that was sweet.
I could even sell my potions and just buy the stopwatch. Like, I just would want to have the stopwatch for the important fight. So you're going bot because they've taken over your mid lane.
Yep.
Okay, so we see 3 of them there. The reason why you're not stepping up is because of Fiddlesticks? Is that what you're afraid of?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he is bot side. I feel like they wouldn't be that far up, but... This ward that you put is pretty unnecessary, right? So you're thinking that Fiddlesticks would path through the river and then up and around the back of you?
I felt like I could get dove, yeah.
By only Fiddlesticks, right? There's no way Nautilus would show, because Nautilus has to run through all this vision control you have.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
I think that if you walked here and then warded over this wall, would have been way better. Unless you know that there's a pink in
Yeah.
here. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
I don't think there is, though. So that ward would be nuts, because then you have all of your angles covered, and it's much better angles. Because this also allows you to maybe, like, play more aggressively towards this Kaisa. Because now you don't even know if he's in river or not, the Fiddlesticks. Oh.
I just kind of inked my abilities here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know what she's even doing. This is so
She's
weird.
going crazy.
Yeah. I mean, if someone is gonna E at you... I mean, it's kind of mechanical, so it's hard to go over, but... If you already have the ball on the ground, you're looking for a stun and then a Q and then an ult, you could just ulti and, like, you'll have, like, so many balls on the ground, and you can just kill her that way as well, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be just, like, hindsight. That was so fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that she can beat you. I was thinking maybe Fiddlesticks. Like, I would be thinking that Fiddlesticks is around or something. Like, he's, like, ulting from that brush and he's gonna flash on me. If she was doing that.
Yeah. I think I do die to Fiddle as well. I don't know why I'm hugging the wall.
I knew it. It's like, why would she go so aggressive like that? See, like, he came from here, right? Yeah, so, like, that ward inside here would be so useful, right?
I would.
Also, the reason why I think that, like, it's safe to do that is because, okay, you see him now, and then he's running to, like, the way that he pathed didn't seem like bot. It seemed like he was going towards... And also, if they were diving, I'm pretty sure Nautilus would just be beelining it towards you, right? So, there's no way Fiddlesticks should be, like, in river at that moment, in my opinion. Or if you got it earlier. Like, I guess you did it, like, right after this wave, right? Oh, no, wait, 6 seconds. 6 seconds. Yeah, you still have time. You can still do it. But it just feels like there's no way that Fiddlesticks would be behind you already. So it would be safe to do. Also, if you, like, both find each other, do you think, like, do you think they have vision here?
No.
So, like, right? So if you're walking in blind, you're gonna be safe from Fiddlesticks. If you both find each other, you're probably gonna beat him. Because, I mean, there's no way that he's gonna ulti on top of you. So that's the other thing. So that's, like, the whole entire thought process of why that river ward would have been way better.
Yeah.
Might have saved you from that death. And then for the Kaisa thing, you just needed the ulti first, and you probably would have been able to beat her.
Agreed. Fiddlesticks, he channels his drain through the Shaco R as well. Isn't that insane?
What do you mean it drains it?
He's like I mean, he's still draining the actual Shaco. Isn't that kind of nuts?
Oh yeah, he is. Huh. Yeah, that is pretty good. I mean, I mean, Fiddle Drain is just like kind of like an ignite, I guess. I suppose.
Is he even good now, Fiddle? You think?
No, he's awful. Such a bad champion.
He is, right? Like his ulti is like pretty insane, but like other than that,
yeah, his ulti, but like inside high elo, he just like I feel like he just gets shit on, like by an Olaf or something, like just perma invading, like or a Lee Sin or something. Like, there's no reason to pick up fiddlesticks. There's another moment where you should probably be back pinging your team to not try to do this. Also, I mean, I guess you're catching the wave. I really feel Trinamir should be pushing bot. If you're struggling to sometimes climb, it might be... It's kind of annoying to do, but sometimes you have to like tell your teammates what they're supposed to do and where certain people should be going. I mean, it is a Trinamir with Ignite, and the objective is on the top side of the map, and he wants to be on the opposite side so he doesn't get collapsed on, so he can just be in a 1v1 scenario. So like, most optimal positioning right here is definitely having him bot, in my opinion. But a lot of times people just don't take the initiative. Yeah, okay, so he just loses. Right. Nice. Pretty cool. And they all died Victor. Top? What? Oh, you didn't see Victor here?
No, I wasn't paying attention to that.
Yeah. Unlucky. He used his flash though. I mean, it's down.
Yeah, true.
That's an important cooldown. You really need to sell your Dorans for pinks, by the way. Like, it's not important to have that Dorans, right? And it's gotten to the point where Dorans give such little amount of AP and stats that you should just get rid of it. And pink wards are so fucking important.
Yeah.
Because pink wards are how the plays happen. Damn, Victor's actually pretty tanky.
Yeah, he is. Feels unkillable right now.
Yeah, HP wise. I mean, how you guys win at this point is my opinion. They like somehow waste Fiddlesticks ulti. If you're gonna 5v5, oh, nice stun.
Probably a bit overkill with the R there.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe you could have just. I mean, he was tanking tower too.
Yeah, he was pretty dead.
And then I was thinking that maybe also you didn't use your W. Which also, maybe you could have slowed him down and then you just Q and then you have your ulti. At least the ulti's on like a semi-short cooldown.
Yeah, I get really strong here though in a sec. Or like I am pretty strong right now.
So why are we setting here, by the way? Just for the moment.
Just randomly press B.
Oh, okay.
I was definitely in a position to carry this game, but...
Yeah, it feels like it's super winnable. Okay, this guy gets caught out. Nice.
900, just really juicy.
Yeah. Did you think he was snared?
Yeah.
Did you know you had your ulti there?
Not sure, actually.
I would have used it. I mean, that was very patient.
Yeah.
You have it like right here. I'm pretty sure you thought it. I think you thought.
Oh yeah,
it was
I probably did not look at my. I probably just think it's down, honestly.
Yeah. Get into a better habit of like looking at your ability more, because I think this happened 2 times now, right? During laning phase where he like just walked through you, and then just now that. Honestly, I'm pretty sure you should have died there, or just because you didn't press R. If you pressed R, I think you're completely fine, but your team basically saved you.
Yeah, true. So. I catch myself doing that sometimes. I played a lot of Katarina recently, or like in the preseason and this season. And I always catch myself like dying with Gunblade up and stuff like that.
I mean, that just comes from just practicing. You just need to... And actively thinking about it, and even just like... Even after, I guess, in-game thoughts of like, oh, okay, like, I mean, I just died with Gunblade up, like, and like really, really actively thinking about it. Because if you just like are like, ah, fuck, it happened again. Sometimes it's really difficult to fix certain things if you're not like almost like punishing yourself for making a mistake, like mentally.
Yeah,
This is
true.
bad to get out of bad habits. Like I have bad habit. Like when I'm just playing, no brain mode, I don't even look at like who leashed. So then I just don't know where the enemy jungler is and stuff. So
Yeah,
super small stuff that people just get lazy about.
I did not
Um,
even check his items before
yeah.
I pressed start. So
You definitely press tab a lot during like mid game, but I notice that you don't really press it that often. Like look at this, like I think 2 or 3 minute. Oh no, right here you press it. Okay, so we see that. So this is like every single time you press it, you should definitely be looking at like really important items.
yeah,
Victor has all right. Like Kaisa has items. Negatron Cloak is the only important thing for bot lane. Top lane has literally no magic resist, and then the only thing that I guess that is popping out is literally just the Physics Zonias, and that's it, right?
yeah.
So I don't know what you're looking at there, but when playing versus
Yeah,
certain
same.
like AP champions, just look for the Zonias. And you
Yeah,
probably already know that, but this is a pretty big deal, right? Using your ulti full on something that has Zonias,
yeah,
because now you could still have it.
true.
Okay, don't chase. Somebody needs to fix top, unless you guys are gonna try doing this, and hopefully Victor doesn't smurf on you guys.
Pretty impatient stun there as well.
Yeah. I think sometimes you're a little bit too quick on your stunts, because you actually do miss. Would you say you miss quite a lot?
Um, I wouldn't say it's typical of me. I think this game for sure, like it definitely
Oh,
happens more than it should, but
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think this game is a bad one as well.
Oh, okay, okay. Because you can just wait, like, for an even better stunt, too. You don't need to just use your abilities just because they're right in front of you. Like, you can just, like, use your Q, and if it lands, and then, like, they're still looking to fight, let's say maybe he even walks in, sometimes it's better to hold on to your abilities than just use it off a cooldown.
Yeah, should probably just let him commit there if he wants to.
Yeah, and then use the stun afterwards. Like, I don't know, like, if somebody's just gunning, like, what if he had flash or something and he just like flashed on a Jin and now you just use both your cooldowns or something, because this guy's kind of
Right.
playing weird, right? So there's like these super small scenarios, like, and I'm talking about like the highest tier. This happens a lot. Sometimes you have to think a little bit ahead about like, all right, I'll wait until this guy uses his dash, or I'll wait until he uses his flash because this guy's playing very oddly. Um, because those are the types of plays where like outplays happen, where I'm playing versus like a Zed or something, and then I just burn my stun like when he's like he W's on me, and then boom, I just lose because I wasn't being patient enough, right? So
Yeah,
sometimes it's hard to think about the bigger picture inside real like games, especially like when you're in the heat of the moment. But uh having those tiny advantages over the other players are going to be fucking huge if you want to be able to climb into grandmaster and stuff,
yeah.
because everybody can play Syndra. Like, do you think like playing Syndra is difficult at all? Like, right?
No,
So
not
only
really.
these little tiny advantages are gonna be make you a better Syndra than the other people, right?
Yeah, yeah. I definitely had a really good run with Syndra at the start of the season, and then I kind of just stopped playing. I'm really like impatient when it comes to champions. I just kind of want to play whatever. I can't really
Mm-hmm.
like commit to like a pool.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that's
Ah,
important?
too
Like what
bad
kind
you're.
of champions you play?
Uh, yeah. I mean, if you're comfortable in champions, you could play anything, dude. I feel like
Yeah.
I think Froggen's a good example of that, because he can just play a Nivea and just shit on everybody, and I feel like nobody else can. So, and I
Yeah,
don't even
and
think
I
she's
also
like super strong or anything.
yeah I flashed there because I was like typing.
Oh shit.
I was like super unlucky.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, dang, you guys can't even really do Baron that well, dude. You have a like level 12 Shaco, and like how would anybody tank Baron? Like, you guys could sit around Baron and try to force a fight when that happened, but also you reset at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, so like this is another moment, right? Where if I was playing the game, I would press Q here and hold on
Yeah.
to my W. My Q will be off cooldown immediately, right? So if I'm holding onto my W here, I press W in the brush and I press Q here, boom, stun and stun. So basically I'm giving them less angles to like dodge it as well.
Yeah.
Hmm. Kind of sucks that he got chunked. Stun miss.
Yeah.
Oh, he still died. Also Victor flashed. Oh, the stun missed again.
I feel like that one went through him though.
Oh my god.
This is really rough.
Yeah, this is like pretty solo queue.
Yeah.
Okay, so like 2 are dead. Trinimir is coming up. You're playing Syndra. Okay, I think that you guys should just pull out the dragon and try to force Fiddlesticks to ulti in. You have pretty good vision control. You just are over chasing so hard here. As soon as the stun misses, right here. Okay, right. Okay, I would not continue chasing now. As soon as he flashes away, right, you're not gonna catch him. And I'm guessing you're going the unsafe way back.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't even know if I would continue chasing. Just, I mean, Ashley got hit by that. Ugh, it's just fucking unlucky, I guess. Yeah, this stun just, I don't know what happens with the stun. This doesn't land.
Yeah.
And because you guys also lost the air dragon, because Kai'Sa was just doing it the entire time.
Yeah.
So and stun missed there too.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure next team fight we like instantly go respawn team fight them, and I super tunnel vision on the, and I fully realized it as I even died, and then we just lose.
Yeah.
I just got eaten by the fiddle.
Yeah. I think the last team fight was tunnel vision too. Sometimes it's good to just back away from the person that's slow and just do the objective, and it happens all the time inside solo queue where like literally like you killed enemy jungler and then everybody's still chasing for the other 4 kills when all you have to do is just go to Baron and just take it, and like people just don't do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, we see where trend is. Oh. You can follow up your team here in case they're gonna start a fight.
Yeah, I definitely should have been on the notice. I should have been in position there. Like if I just followed him there, this fight, I'm pretty sure he would have won it.
Would have been. Yeah, I don't really
But
know what's going on the other side because I saw Victor ulti go off. I don't know if they're sitting inside the brush, but like Trendemir is here, Fiddlesticks is not in a good position, and Renekton's not here, right? And you guys are kind of his 5. I mean, obviously the Shaco is gonna be pretty late as well, but yeah, Victor was literally sitting inside the brush above his team, and
like
you would have been there
really,
too, though.
Yeah. He kind of inted, but I just inted way harder here because like I even see the fiddle here. I'm like still just like running into him because I saw the Kai'Sa ulting in, and I just like kind of wanted to go on her.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, I should have been with my team in the jungle there, probably.
You stunned too, unfortunately. Okay, any specific points that you want to go over again?
Um,
I think that the overall things that you need to work on are, when playing Syndra, you need to look for more during laning phase to get an advantage, because he didn't really get an advantage versus this guy, right? He just kind of farmed out.
Yeah.
And I think that there were moments like, once again, when a ball is just on the ground, just run up and just look. Like, what's the worst gonna happen? He's gonna E you, like, right? It's like he's gonna hit you with his laser. So, and then if you do land the stun, then you're gonna get such a good trade versus him. So I think that like you can still CS this from like here, but it's like being up a little tiny bit farther, or like try to make like deny him a like caster creep or something, because it looks like he's gonna get the experience for it. And then looking more at your abilities and the cooldowns, because there were moments where you kind of should have probably like been able to do stuff. And also in the future, if you ever play a matchup and you don't really know how to like do stuff, this is literally what you do, right? If you didn't know,
Right.
I think this is literally the best way to do it. Like you just like click any of these videos and you just watch the laning phase. Okay, well this is Syndra versus Victor. You can watch both sides of the matchup, but like see how aggressive they play and what they're doing. Like, and sometimes they're even gonna make mistakes, but there's always a reason behind certain things. Like you can see that this guy's playing pretty aggressive and he's using his Q because he knows that like Victor is on a much longer cooldown or whatever. And then the Victor's just hard shoving in because I guess CSing under tower is pretty difficult. But you can see that already he's landed like 3 Qs. And I think during the laning phase, your Qs, you can step up a little bit closer than what you think you can. Because if we go back to your gameplay, like, I really think that you're not playing around, basically there's an invisible circle around every champion for, like, what their danger zone is, and, you're not stepping up into the, like, danger zone where he can get hit and you can't for your Qs.
Yeah. No,
If that
I
makes
agree.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I get it.
yeah. If you ever want to look up, like, what you think you're making mistakes on, then literally just watching these VODs and going really in depth about, like, because there's a reason behind literally every single thing. Whenever you watch it, like for every single ability normally. Like, why is he stepping up? Oh, it's because that guy is stepping up. Like, I'll quickly go over this, see if I can go over this at all. Like, even that movement there, like this is so small, right? He goes for the CS. Okay, so he wants to go for this CS. Victor knows that he wants to go for the CS, right?
Yeah.
And then, rather than going for the CS, which would be beelining towards it to go for the CS, he literally walks down and dodges the laser. Like this, and this is so small, but it's so important, and that's why he's an LCS player, right? Like, like such little tiny things impact the laning phase so much.
Yeah.
Both groups were gonna
It's just,
die, so he press Q. What?
no, I was just saying that, like, or like a random rant. I just feel like League is like such a fucking mystery to me right now. Like I feel like it's so difficult to win games.
I mean, I have a
It's like
diamond
never
account,
felt like this
so it's
before.
fine. No, dude, it's because the meta right now is biggest anchor loses, which is like, I mean, it's exactly what I'm saying. Like, if you have one teammate that's doing super fucking poorly, like worse than all of the enemy teammates, or just enemy, I don't know why I said teammates, then you lose, right? That's how I feel the game is played right now. Rather than,
Yeah.
oh, my team has strong players on it, it's more like, oh, the enemy team has one enter, so I get to win the game.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. No, I get it. That's how I feel as well. I don't feel like I'm entitled to feel that way because like I'm not in piss low elo, but I'm obviously in low elo. And I definitely would like to play in high elo at some point.
see right here, right? This is what I'm talking about. Like, look at how he plays, like, around this ball. Like, he's actually looking for the angle. Okay, it's like, this angle is, like, way too hard, right? He's still gonna push out the wave, so he's pressing Q on the wave because he wants to shove in this wave to make it so this guy misses CS. And then he once again angles himself downward because he's trying to look for this angle on this Victor. This is what you weren't doing. When you press Q on the wave, you were still standing back here and not looking for these angles because, look, boom. Right? And that was such a good trade. And look what he did back. He did nothing, right? He just pressed an E on him. Yeah. But who won the trade? And then who's getting the advantage, right? So, and then he even, like, is still looking, right? He's not afraid because when you're playing Syndra, your cooldown, your Q cooldown is so fucking short. It's so annoying having to play against Syndra as, like, any champion in the game. Like, when I'm playing Zoe versus Syndra, I press my Q, okay, cool. Now I can't do anything for 10 seconds because her Q cooldown is on, like, a 4-second cooldown when mine's on 10. So,
yeah, it's fucking nuts, actually.
So, like, this type of aggression, I think that, like, you say that he was playing super passive. I think you were playing pretty passive, too.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. So, like, I know that he was playing passive, but there's still angles that you could have looked for during that game to definitely get an advantage in your lane. And, like, maybe you're used to playing aggressive versus like more aggressive, like let's say a different Victor who's a little bit more aggressive, and you're good at punishing mistakes that of aggressive players that shouldn't be playing aggressive on their champion. But then, like, honestly, Victor, how he was playing versus you, in my opinion, is actually kind of how the matchup should be played for him, right? Oh, okay, I'm just farming out. I'm just gonna get my item upgrades, and then like I'll be fine because like his team fight is more AOE, and I guess he can kind of pop off harder inside team fights than Syndra can. And then your job is to get as much of a lead as you can by just constantly harassing him down with your orbs, which you weren't really doing during the laning phase.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you definitely have like the fundamentals down because you're a diamond player as well. But I think the things that you need to work on are these super small things that are going to give you an advantage versus these diamond players, right? Because everybody can be diamond, but not everybody can be up to inside the grandmaster and challenger tier, right?
Yeah.
So I think those are the things that you got to work on.
Yeah,
but like
sure.
we're basically near the end of it. But do you have any like final questions and stuff that you want to go over for any other type of matchups? What other concepts to be looking over, like wave manipulation or what?
No, not really. Like I feel like it was actually kind of helpful. Like what you talked about with well, that's very champion specific, but nevertheless, like looking for the actual aggression and not just like punishing their faulty movement or whatnot with my E, like around my Qs on that are already on the ground. Obviously,
Yeah.
was like something that I didn't really think of, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean it's for
Um,
every champion. Like basically I just sometimes, I mean when I was like playing like semi-professionally on like academy teams, I would just look up like this. Azir is actually kind of important too. When I was playing Azir, I don't know if this replay will have it, but I realized that the best fucking Azirs were actually not using their Q. They were actually just pressing W on them and just auto-attacking them down during like when Azir was meta inside LCS. And for some reason, when I was playing Azir and failing on him, I realized that I couldn't beat these players because I was playing him incorrectly. So I would just look up good players and then just look at how they would play it. Okay, this is kind of weird game because these guys are already low. But like, there's this game where like, uh, what is his name? Phoenix Azir, where like he played like super aggressive mid versus someone. I doubt it's gonna show up, but like he just walked up level 1 and it was just auto attacking him down. Like that short trade there. If you're playing Azir and you like, oh, he's a scaler, it's whatever. All right, then like yeah, I mean he is a scaler, but there's actually a better way to play him. Like going for these short trades, and then you just copy the professionals' play. So like that's why I'm like when I look at your play. Like, you know, you have the fundamentals down. You understand wave. You know that you need to shove in at certain times. And unfortunately, sometimes you make a mistake and you did it incorrectly, right? Like, there was a time where you should have shoved faster. And then there was another time where you should have looked at your bar. But it also seems that you're not looking at the super specific stuff for maybe multiple champions. Maybe not just Syndra. Obviously, I could only watch one of your games. But these are the super small things that are going to make it so you can win lane versus these players that are going to be around evenly matched with you, right?
yeah.
So I'm done with my rant.
Yeah. No, that was it was helpful for sure. Um, but like, do you like what when you're like climbing on like lower rated accounts and stuff? When does it like get hard to win games, or does it ever get hard until
I'm
you're like
pretty sure it gets
high?
harder on D2
All right.
because I mean I have I have this account, but like this is only like platinum, but like or like there was platinum players. Like this is like plat, and then like it just seems that people have like no idea what they're doing. But then I have an account that dropped, but I never dropped below D1. In terms of elo. So this account was
Right.
challenger, right? Like, and then I fucking just hard tank, and uh, honestly, it's probably because I play brain off like all the time. But like, I think I never went below. Okay, there's a D4 here, but I'm not sure if he's actually D4. Yeah, I mean this is a Smurf account, so
Probably
that's
not
not.
Swinner, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like so. I would say that it gets hard around Diamond 2 because that's when people actually start understanding, all right, this is how I trade, this is how I CS, this is how I team fight, this is how our team comp works. And everybody knows that. And then
Yeah.
to climb to challenger, you need to be even better than that, where you're like punishing super fucking small mistakes. So like then when I play versus like a professional player, I just get absolutely fucking clapped. Like, okay, I actually don't always get clapped, but like super small stuff like let's see. If I go to uh like when I played versus Pobolter, I had to do like I took Airy, which is matchup specific when I'm playing Zoe, because when you're playing versus a matchup that's difficult, um like Lucian, I want to be able to hit him multiple times with abilities. And then how I'm positioning is completely based off of how he's positioning, because I don't want to get hit by Q. Oh, don't tell me I get hit by Q. And then when he steps up too far, I turn around and I look for an auto tag. You know why I look for an auto tag here?
Probably for the mini Nagger, right?
Yeah,
Because you can
exactly,
trade with
right?
your minis.
But let's I honestly think that D4 players would just back up all the way because they'd just be scared.
Yeah, perhaps.
Sometimes, like
Yeah.
they make super small mistakes. Then I keep on trading in because I have my ability coming back up. So I know that even though like this is like not the best trade, that was actually completely fine, right? It's like somewhat even.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he's honestly kind of like checking, in my opinion, like whenever I play too, you kind of check how good the other person is. So you like walk up, oh, the guy's not abusing this, so then I'm going to abuse him hard. When I play inside lower elos, that's true as well. Like sometimes I just step up a Zoe, throw it out a Q, oh, it landed on them and they're not dodging it and they're not hitting me back. So I know that I can abuse them because clearly they don't know what they're doing, right? So
Yeah.
I'm going to try to abuse that. So
Yeah.
like I'm always actively thinking about like, oh, okay, what is also another thing. I don't know how much you think about this, but because I guess this wasn't very specific for your matchup, but you should almost always be thinking about. And when I was like probably in my prime, I really don't think that I try as hard as I did when I played professionally. I was always thinking about during laning phase. I didn't really look at my own character. Firstly, I always think about what they're going to do next.
Yeah.
So like right here, I just be like, he's going for this creep. All right, he's gonna hit the wave here. He's positioning this way. When he reaches this creep here, he's gonna reach level 2 first. So I'm actually gonna back off here, which is what I did because like I knew that he was gonna reach level 2 on this creep and then immediately run at me. And then I like look at this creep and I'm like, okay, if I reach level 2 next, can I step up versus him? Like all these types of things are like going through my head. Like how can I get a lead versus this guy with my champion, and what should I do? Okay, he's backing off, so I feel like I can step up a little bit harder and see if he dashes on me here. If he dashes on me here, then I have Q ready, so I'm not going to use Q. I'm like, okay, I'll get both these creeps low at the same time. I'll use a long range Q and then immediately back off. Like all these super small things are going to be going through my head to make it so I'm like, all right, what can I fucking do here?
Yeah. And I get it. I'm definitely not conscious about that all the time, which is pretty much what I base my question on when asked you when it gets hard. Because I feel like when I like want to want to try hard and win, and like I go like or try to at least just like hyper focus, um, I just get like so triggered when I have like some mentally unstable teammates. And it sometimes honestly feels like the better mental wins sometimes.
I mean,
So then
honestly, it kind of is. Yeah, I can agree with that.
and then I just kind of go on autopilot and then just queue up some more and I probably just lose.
Yeah.
Um,
So, yeah, I mean, I would say that most players don't think about like what CS they're going. I think the best players, in my opinion, punish mistakes by thinking of what the opponent is going to do rather than what they're going to do with their own champion. Which is what I'm talking about, like with you walking up when the orb is down and then reacting to how they move and putting them into an awkward position where they mess up and then you get a punish for it.
yeah.
So and I mean, there's no easy way to say like how to train that except for that like actively think about it, and it will get easier as you do it, because if you do it all the time, eventually it becomes like kind of autopilot and you don't have to think about the really like small detail ones, rather than like, oh, he's going for a CS, I'm going to harass here. Rather than thinking about that, you're just going to do it on autopilot. Then you could think about the bigger picture. It's like, oh, okay, so like I landed this spell and I'm going to land this one afterwards when he went for that CS, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so hopefully it was useful.
Yeah, for sure.